I'm black, I'm gay, and I'm voting for Donald Trump on November 5th. And let me get started with this. There's no law that says because I'm black or because I'm gay or because I happen to be both that I'm supposed to vote for Democrats for the rest of my life. I'm not entirely sure when it became a rule that when the race on my birth certificate said African American, that means that the political affiliation on my birth certificate is supposed to say D. So let's, first of all say that. And the reason that I bring this up about my identities, the reason that I bring this up because I'm black and I'm gay and I'm voting for Trump is because there are so many people that want to put people that happen to be black or gay or both or LGBTQ or whatever you want to call it. They want to put you in this box that says you have to believe like this, think like this, speak like this, act like this, vote like this. And it's not a vote for Trump because I'm rejecting that, although I completely reject wokeism. My vote for Trump is about things that actually matter. Because look, what I believe is no matter what color your skin is, no matter what sexual orientation you are, no matter all of that stuff is irrelevant to some important things that are going on with this world right now. And I'm going to get into that in another one of these videos over the coming weeks. So I'm going to break down systematically exactly why I am voting the way that I'm voting. But back to this gay thing. And the gay thing is what kills me the most. And I'm going to get to the black thing too. Because these black Democrats and, all these liberals in the entertainment industry and the mainstream media and all of that stuff have tried to control black people for so long. It's really exciting to see over the past couple of years, more and more black people standing up and saying, hey, stop trying to tell me who to be, stop trying to tell me how to speak, and stop trying to tell me who to vote for. But about the gay thing. And this is why I think that I get more hate I get equal amounts of hate from the black community and the gay community. I do not say LGBTQ. I am not LGBTQ. I don't even know what that is. Like, I'm a gay dude. All right. And I get pretty much equal amounts of hate from both of these communities. But I think that from black people, and let's talk about the black thing right quick, and I'll get to the gay stuff. There is this sort of tribalism. There is this idea that if you are black, you cannot be anything other than a Democrat. There is this idea that you are some sort of traitor to your race if, you make a choice for the Republican Party, as opposed to the upwards of 90% of black people that make a choice to vote for Democrats. And to them, I ask you, what on earth has voting for Democrats and lockstep of 90% over the past 30, 40, 50 years, like what has this really gotten for black people? Because every single election cycle, they come around and tell you that you're victims of racism. Every single election cycle, they come and tell you what they're going to do for you, and they do absolutely nothing. I personally remember during the first Trump administration making more money. I personally remember during the first Trump administration gas being cheaper. I personally remember during the first Trump administration my groceries being cheaper. And I don't care what color your skin is. Everybody feels the economy right now. In fact, the only way that you are not feeling this economy right now is that if you are so wealthy that it doesn't matter who is running for office, it doesn't matter who gets in office because it's not going to change your life. So all these black celebrities that are running around here telling black people that they need to vote for Kamala Harris, the Kerry Washington and Isaiah Thomas and Magic Johnson and Oprah Winfrey, all of these black multimillionaires, in Oprah Winfrey's case, a billionaire, that is trying to tell working class black people that the same woman who has been number 2 on the ticket in Detroit, like this woman has been the vice president for the past 4 years, and she has been destroying this economy and throwing the border wide open systematically for the past 4 years. You got all these multimillionaire black celebrities telling you to vote for this woman. And I'm going to do a video about Kamala in the future. All right. And so for all intents and purposes right now, we will just call Kamala Harris black. She's not black. But for all intents and purposes for right now, we'll call her that. So you got a bunch of multimillionaire black celebrities in Hollywood, and the rappers and the athletes and the ball players and all of these people who are worth millions of dollars, by the way, who are living lives that you can't even imagine, that are being fed their DNC talking points and telling you to vote for Kamala Harris. When I watched the BET Awards a couple of months back, and seeing Taraji P. Henson, and I am without a doubt, she took a check from the DNC, or BET took a check from the DNC. Some money was exchanged hands for Taraji P. Henson to go on the stage at the BET Awards and to peddle some DNC propaganda about Trump 2020 or Project 2025 to the black people that watch the BET Awards. So you're being lied to, you're being manipulated, and you're being grifted and scammed and hustled by people whose lives are not going to change no matter who's in the White House. So at some point, black people, you got to start, looking beyond these celebrities. You got to start looking beyond these people that are telling you to vote for whatever Democrats at the top of the ticket. Look, this year it'll be Kamala Harris. I think she's going to lose. A couple of years they'll be telling you to vote for Gavin Newsom. A couple of years after that, I don't know, they'll be telling you to vote for Wes Moore over in Maryland. It doesn't matter who's at the top of the ticket. These entertainers and actors and athletes and all of that stuff, they're going to be deployed to tell you black people to vote for Democrats, right? So with the gay thing, there is now more than I've ever seen before. There is now the same kind of infrastructure that has existed for decades in order to get black people into this sort of DNC industrial complex that exists among the LGBT as well. Think of one single, openly gay or lesbian celebrity that is pro-Trump. There's very few of them. I would count, but I'm a social media celebrity. I'm not, these drag queens running out here, or the Queer Eye guys, the one that's running around with the beard and the dress and all that stuff, saying, "Yes, queen, vote for Kamala Harris." Like, that's what it is right now. And so now, even with the LGBT, they're now picking all of their people, all of their actors, all their little drag queens, all the RuPaul's Drag Race girls, like all the little influencers or whatever. And so now they're pressuring gay people to vote for whatever Democrats at the top of the ticket. They're going to have a field day when Buttigieg gets on the ticket in any capacity. They're going to be like, if you don't vote for Pete Buttigieg, you ain't gay. Just like they told you, you ain't black if you didn't vote for Joe Biden, and you ain't black if you don't vote for Kamala Harris. So for me personally, I'm not voting for Trump as a rejection of the wokeism and as a rejection of the propaganda that is trying to get people like me, whether it's, people that are black like me, or people that are gay like me, or people that are black and gay like me. It's not so much a rejection of that propaganda, although I do reject that propaganda. What I do say is this: black people and gay people and whoever want the same things that every single other American wants. You want a strong and secure border, all right? You want a strong economy. You want your money to go further. I don't think that has anything to do with my sexual orientation or with the color of my skin. But a lot of these people that are telling you that because you're black or because you're gay or because you're both, that you need to vote for these Democrats and you need to vote for Kamala Harris, are trying to put you into a box in which you see the world through no other lens than your skin color and sexual orientation. And let me tell you something, that is a limited way to view the world, and it's a dangerous way to view the world. Because if you view the world purely through the lens of race, purely through the lens of sexual orientation, purely through the lens of gender or religion or whatever, you miss out on so much that is in this world, outside of even voting. But particularly when it comes to voting, you miss out on actually being able to vote based on issues, actually being able to vote based on policies, actually being able to vote based on things that are beneficial to your bottom line. And to the people that want to try to pressure me to vote for Democrats or to vote for Kamala Harris or to vote for whomever because I'm black and gay, why is it that the only people in society that are able to make choices that are purely based on policy are straight white men? Why is it that we give them that privilege that we deny everybody else that is not that? It would seem to me that is I don't know, a little bit racist. If you're saying that, well, if that straight white dude is making a decision for Kamala Harris, or if that straight white dude is making a decision for Donald Trump, he must have, he's got some policy reasons to do that. He's got some real reasons to do that. Oh, but that gay black dude that's voting for Trump, oh, he's just grifting. He's just trying to get these Republicans money. And I'll break that down in a future video. But outside of all of that stuff, I'm black, I'm gay, I'm voting for Donald Trump because I think that he is stronger on the border, because I think that he is stronger on the economy, because I lived through a Trump administration that was extremely successful. And by the way, on a personal note, not only have I met Trump multiple times, I met Don Jr., I've met like basically the entire family, all right? And if these were people that I thought truly hated black people, and I mean truly, like if I thought that these people had any problem with black people, there's no way that I would be saying these things. Like there's no way that I would be taking the public hits that I've taken over the past 4 years to advocate for this. Because every single black person that has watched this, it doesn't matter whether you agree with my politics or not, every single black person knows the feeling when you meet a white person that just does not like you purely because you're black. Everybody knows that feeling. And I never for a single solitary second ever got that feeling from Trump, never got it from Don Jr., never got it from Eric, never got it from Tiffany. Tiffany's a hoot, by the way. Like if they gave Tiffany some more attention, she would be like a whole gay icon. But anyway, outside of that, if I thought that these people truly had an issue with black people, I'd say it. But it wasn't my experience, and I do not believe it. What I believe is that we have a mainstream media complex aided and abetted by the DNC in that entire propaganda institution that I told you about earlier that has been smearing this man's name and the family's name for the better part of a decade. And they want you to believe that these people are racist. They want you to believe that he is racist so that they can control you and so that they can own your vote. I've rejected that propaganda because I know the truth. I'm black, I'm gay, I'm voting for Donald Trump for the second time in November. And at this point, there is nothing that anybody can say or do that's going to stop me from doing so.